Humility does not equate to timidness. Alright, Shalom. I want to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rukakwadash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing this truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. This is your fellow servant, Rokhaya, from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you with an in-transit lesson. Just putting some words to my thoughts as I'm in transit on my way home from work. But nevertheless, as the title suggests, humility does not equate to timidness. All right, and timidness is really a trait that the enemy, Esau, Edom, has taught our nation, chiefly the men of our nation, to exemplify. That shyness, that being soft-spoken, being weak, which is nothing of the nature of our nation at all. We come from a lineage of very courageous and valiant men like Yahushua, men like King David, King Solomon, Paul, Peter, John, Elijah, Elisha. I can go on and on. We come from a lineage and a heritage of very valiant and courageous men. And there's no reason for us to be walking timidly in this earth. When, as the scriptures say, the whole earth was made for our sakes. The whole world was made for our sake. And as we come back to this knowledge, one thing that we're regaining through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is our confidence. Our confidence in our power and our confidence in who we are. And our confidence in our stance in this world as men of the Lord, as men of the nation of Israel. Where our confidence is being built again as we regain this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, as we regain the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And it's like the elder apostle Rakah said on in the recent street teaching, this week, brothers have to have confidence in themselves, man. Brothers have to learn to have confidence in themselves, because one thing that we learn in this world growing up is to be timid, especially as so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian men, Israelite men. The world pushes upon us to be timid, to be soft-spoken, not to be aggressive, not to be mean, not to show any form of austerity, because in that is power. The world is afraid of austere men. The world is afraid of men who take a stance. The world is afraid of bold, confident men and men of true confidence. We're talking about the true confidence, which is rooted in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. The world is afraid of that because they can't control it. They don't understand it. And it's not nothing rooted in this world, because the majority of men in this world their confidence is rooted in vain things. A Negro will be confident in the shoes that the shoe closet that he has, the shoe collection that he has, the bunch of J's. He's confident out the wazoo. Or he has the bag, or he has a women, or whatever it is, whatever it is rooted in this world, men will have placed their confidence in. And we know these things to be fickle, because this world is getting ready to pass away. This world is getting ready to pass away, Akim. So for us to have our confidence rooted in the right place in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is something courageous in itself. We're not supposed to be walking around this earth timid, tucking our tail between our legs, man. We're supposed to be bold, austere, everywhere we go. Amongst the brotherhood, there is a conduct. Yes, I'm not saying be brazen. Not saying be brazen and be, cocky, arrogant. All right, but there is a confidence that comes alongside humility. And it's definitely not, humility is definitely not equated with timidness. And I have the definition for timid on the etymology online. It reads, easily frightened, shy, fearful, afraid, cowardly. All right, and these are all the characteristics that we don't read about when it comes to our forefathers, especially when it comes to Yahweh Shai. Our Yahweh Shai wasn't cowardly. He wasn't, King David wasn't cowardly. The men before them weren't cowardly. All right, all the men that we descend from were courageous, valiant. They weren't shy. They weren't fearful. They weren't afraid. And why weren't they afraid? You know, when we read the account of Elijah, you know, going against the prophets of Baal, you know, why wasn't he afraid? Why did he have so much confidence? Because his confidence was in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He knew that we served the only true and living power. And he knew the Lord was going to come through for him. And as the scriptures say, if any man boast, let him boast in this, that he know of me. And we know the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We know the mindset that the Lord has toward our people and this earth and this world. And there's a certain confidence that comes along with that. You know? There's a certain confidence that comes along with that. In today's world, you know, Elijah would be called arrogant. Cocky. Why are you telling the prophets of Baal? You know, why are you asking them where their God is? You know, Elijah was bold with it. He was a humble man, but he was bold with it. He was confident. What about all that? Tell his ass to get his ass over here and burn this wood, man. Where he at? Matter of fact, fuck that. Hold that. Watch this. Watch my power come through. Swallowed up the wood and the water. Pour some water on it. Pour some water on it. He was bold with it, man. He was confident. He wasn't timid. You know, he wasn't shy, fearful. Oh, maybe, these prophets of Baal are right. And nah, man, he was confident in his power. He was confident in the God that he served, which is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, we have to exude that same confidence here in these latter days as well, man, alongside humility. Because humility is a chief part of this ministry of ours. You know, it's a chief part of this ministry of ours. But a lot of times, bros can get it confused with being timid and shy and tucking your tail and being soft-spoken and being fearful. That's not what humility is, man. That's not what humility is. The world is taught a whole different narrative on what it means and what it truly means to be humble. In this world, humble means that you tucking your tail, you push over, you know, you let people run all over you, you turn the other cheek every time, you just let people do whatever they want to you, and that's not it. That's not it. Like the elders and apostles say, we're not choir boys, man. We're men of the Lord. We stand for the standard of the Lord, and we're not going for nothing else. We're not finna sit up here and let you tell the congregation it's okay to eat pork. We're not finna let you sit up here and tell the congregation the name of the Lord don't exist, although that don't matter. We're not gonna let you give gray areas concerning the MOTB. We're gonna speak out and speak boldly. And in our daily walk, we're gonna move with confidence and purpose. Because these people don't have it, they don't got it. These people are losing. Matter of fact, they lost. These people don't got it. And there's no reason for us to be walking timidly in this earth. You know, through the Spirit, the Lord has shined a lot of wisdom and faith upon us, which is a great treasure. You know, and we hold it with humility and we hold it with confidence. But let's have a couple of precepts lined up. You know, Lord willing, to edify unto your elect. Let's get into it. So I want to get this account here in 1 Kings, the 18th chapter, starting at the 21st verse, because this is an excellent example of one of our forefathers who carried humility alongside confidence, which led to him performing miracles, all right, miraculous feats through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and we know that the Lord has never performed miracles for proud men. The Lord has always performed his miracles and always lent his strength to the meek and the humble. All right, so we know that in order for Elijah to perform these miracles, he had to be humble. And we see in this account that he was confident as well as humble. All right, he was confident in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua as well as humble. He wasn't timid, even in the face of the 400 prophets of Baal. He was bold and firm. But this is 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 21. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions? If the Lord be power, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word. Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I only, remain a prophet of the Lord, but Baal's prophets are 450 men. Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut in pieces, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And I will dress the other bullock, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. And the God that answereth by fire, let him be power. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. All right. And this is the confidence that Elijah had in the Lord, man. All right. He was a humble man, but he had confidence in our power. And he moved like that in the face of incredulity, in the face of these unbelievers, in the face of the prophets of Baal. He moved with confidence. And that's how we must move amongst these people in the world, man. With confidence in our power that the Lord is going to perform in our lives. All right. And he's going to maintain our cause, Lord willing. It says, and Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you 1 bullock for yourselves, and dress it first, for ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even until noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered. And they leaped upon the altar which was made. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them, and said, cry aloud, for he is a God. Either he is talking, or he is Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is on a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awaked. And they cried aloud, and cut themselves after their manner with knives and lancets, till the blood gushed out upon them. And it came to pass, when midday was past, and they prophesied unto the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice, nor any answer, nor any that regarded. So they was calling unto Baal from morning into the evening. It says, and Elijah said unto all the people, come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him. And he repaired the altar of the Lord that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of the Lord came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord, and he made a trench about the altar, and as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullock in pieces, and laid him on the wood, and said, fill 4 barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt sacrifice on the wood. He said, put water on it. Put water on it, and the Lord is still going to swallow it up and still going to consume it with fire. In today's world, this would be considered arrogant. In today's world, Elijah wouldn't be considered humble, because of the confidence that he exuded through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. But this is true confidence. This is true humility, meekness. All right. Having full trust and regard for our power, boldly, firmly. It says, and he said, and he said, do it the second time. And they did it the second time. And he said, do it the third time. And they did it the third time. And the water ran about the altar, and he filled the trench also with water. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Lord, power of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel. Let it be known this day that thou art God in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word. Hear me, O Lord, hear me, that this people may know that thou art Lord power, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice and the wood and the stones and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench. And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, he is power. The Lord, he is the power. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal, that none of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon and slew them there. All right. And the Lord came through for Elijah, man. All right. The Lord came through. This is a perfect example of humility coupled with confidence. And this is the same way that we have to move here in these other days. All right, meek, humble, all right, as well as confident. Confident in our power, not timid. All right. Our forefathers were far from timid. Our Lord was far from timid. All right. They moved with boldness, and firmness when it came to the will of the Lord. But with that being said, that's all I had to say tonight. Lord, when it's edifying unto your elect. Humility does not equate to timidness, man. All right. The Lord did not raise up a bunch of timid men. All right. He raised up a bunch of humble, all right, yet confident men. All right. Men that are confident in him. With that being said, shalom. Stay up.